Power to the people, I'm back for a reason. If you clicked on this video, I meet you with greetings. Another episode of Paul My Back Podcast. It's me, your host, Sebastian West. Follow me on Instagram at _Sebastian West, where you can check out my artwork and all of its splendor. If you don't like what I'm kicking, like what I'm spitting, just know when you tune to this, the cloth is different. Checked out a classic, okay? Classic to me, especially regarding hot pursuit films, high-speed chase films. This is a creme de la creme. No other film that I would rather mention than this one right here, which is Vanishing Point. Dropped in 1971. Now, I wasn't even a thought in 1971. Yet and still, I went back, man, dug in the crates, and this is one of my favorite hot pursuit films. This kind of set the bar with me, especially regarding the muscle cars. I'm not a muscle car guy, you know what I mean? I'm more of a Audi, Volkswagen, German engineering. Gotta respect the Quattro, okay? Nevertheless, I give credit to where and when it's due. This film gets the credit. Now, Vanishing Point is about a car delivery driver who by any means necessary is going to get these cars delivered, okay? In this particular movie, he's delivering a 1970 Dodge Challenger, supercharged Dodge Challenger. All white. Car looks phenomenal. It really does. Now he's going from state to state. I believe he had to deliver the car in a section of California, if I'm not mistaken. He's going from state to state delivering his vehicle. He's on a deadline. He's trying to make this deadline by any means necessary. Nothing's going to stop Kowalski from delivering this 1970 Dodge Challenger. So as he's, trying to make his deadline, which is he's mad early. Of course, he's speeding, pushing the car to the limit. Police are in hot pursuit. And when he gets to a certain section, I think California, if I'm not mistaken, they're just not having it at all. Oh, one interesting aspect of this film was the DJ in this movie. It was a blind DJ. And he sort of developed this connection with Kowalski. He was rooting for him. It's like the underdog. Like he's rooting for the underdog. All the cops are going hysterical because of him, right? He's going from state to state and he's making noise. And this particular DJ developed this connection. He started to communicate with Kowalski mano a mano, kind of giving him hints about the cops that he's faced with. Giving him hints like, hey, you might want to stay over here, but he's talking in code. And Kowalski kind of picks up on that. All right. So yes, the DJ is very important in this. He's very vital to Kowalski and his adventure regarding delivering this particular vehicle. So Kowalski, played by I think Paul Newman, he's kicking up dust from state to state, and the cops aren't having it. They get fed up. Honestly, these crimes are just, it shows that the cops really can't drive as well as he can. He's picking up misdemeanors. One particular cop is like, he's not doing anything, it's no felony. These misdemeanors. Technically, these are just misdemeanors. Yet and still, a particular cop couldn't take the humiliation. He had enough. It's like, yo, he can't be getting this much shine, because the people started rooting for Kowalski. Making signs, cheering for him. They're rooting for him. And one thing people cannot take, if it's a list, it might be top 2. And one of the things on that list is embarrassment. People do not like to look like a fool. People don't want to be embarrassed. So this cop had ego, of course. He don't want to be embarrassed. He did not want to be embarrassed. So now, Kowalski making him like a fool, lost control of the vehicle flipped over in the dirt, and he just looked crazy out here. He looked crazy. Whip game wasn't on point like Kowalski, so he looked like a fool out here. Couldn't take it, took things to a different level. The movie is phenomenal, yet and still, the end scene, you know, Kowalski dies in a fatal car crash. It has a flashback of his girl drowned. He was a cop before. They did the research upon that. They were trying to figure out why is he doing this? Had a little flashback of his girl drowning. You know, he was a cop. He saved another young lady early when she was prior to him becoming a car delivery driver. He saved another young lady because some creep acting super wicked with the young lady trying to, strong arm. So he stopped his mans from getting extra wicked. He meets up with the young lady later on. She appreciated what he did. So he has a team rooting for him. Nevertheless, Kowalski is going on the final stretch. The DJ is warning him, you may not want to come here. Kowalski ignores that, and in the end, he meets his demise behind the wheel. The movie goes off just like that. Just like that. This is a personal favorite of mine. If you guys haven't checked out Vanishing Point, please check out Vanishing Point. Good movie. Just a man driving. That's it. It's just that. Oh, the remake. It did no justice. You guys might have heard about the remake that came out in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, or 2000. Avoid that. The 70s version is a lot better. So yes, go check out Vanishing Point. I give Vanishing Point a 7 out of 10 of Sebastian's artwork. Yeah, my next review is probably going to be another classic film of mine. I might do classic revenge film that I like. Then I'll finally get to the difference between casual and connoisseur movie watchers. What category do you fall into? That's it, man. Listen. Remember, big shots number the little shot that kept shooting. Slow run's better than no run. And if you don't like my reviews, cut me some slack. And if that ain't good enough, pardon my back. Tune in for the next episode of Pardon My Back Podcast. It's me, your host, Sebastian West. This podcast is about movies and a guy that is biased and unbiased at the same time, who gives his objective perspective about movies that he likes. In the meantime, hold it down. Pardon my back, man. Salute.